words you choose. Every breath becomes a vow. I can't leave, don't know how. You don't scream, you serenade. With velvet chains you softly braid. I'm in your velvet cage. No bars, just touch and rage. You make the silence loud, and I wear it like a crown. I never tried to flee, 'cause you erased the key. I'm in your velvet cage, and you're the lock on me. Your love's a prison made of lace, but every kiss still leaves a trace. You draw the line, then blur it deep. I wake but never leave the dream. My heartbeat bends the rules you write, but even pain feels soft tonight. I'm in your velvet cage. No bars, just touch and rage. You make the silence loud, and I wear it like a crown. I never tried to flee, 'cause you erased the key. I'm in your velvet cage, and you're the lock on me. You don't even turn the key, just look at me, and I never leave. Your perfume's still on my coat. I breathe it in and start to float. You left the room, but not my head. Still talking to your ghost in bed. Your silence louder than your lies, but I still play you every night. You're my midnight mercy, a sweet slow burn. I know it hurts me, but I never learn. You love like poison, but I still return. You're my midnight mercy, and I let it burn. I text your name, then backspace twice. You haunt my fingers every night. Can't tell the truth from what I feel, 'cause pain like this still feels so real. I'm just a shadow in your flame, but I would burn to hear your name. You're my midnight mercy, my sweet slow burn. I know it hurts me, but I never learn. You love like poison, but I still return. You're my midnight mercy, and I let it burn. I let it burn.
You thought distance made you untouchable, but I see through calm like glass. You build walls out of silence, but I slip through fast. You wear pride like armor, but it cracks when I appear. You flinch at soft voices because you know I'm near. You act like you're solid, but I know you're bent. I don't need a weapon to bring back the end. You're easy to break, all it takes is a glance. You drop the act before I give you the chance. You call yourself stone, but you fold like lace. You're easy to break, and I love that face. Strong in your silence, but your eyes spell regret. You dance with detachment, but trip where we met. You name her a reset, like that makes her clean. But even brand new can't undo what you've seen. You think I'm forgetting, but I carve too deep. And memory never dies where truth can't sleep. You're easy to break, all it takes is a glance. You drop the act before I give you the chance. You call yourself stone, but you fold like lace. You're easy to break, and I love that face. Pretend you're steel, but don't blink too long or you'll feel me real. You're easy to break, not with force, just grace. I don't need to touch to leave a trace. So keep your mask and hide your ache. You're easy to break, and I don't need to take. You look too calm for what you did. I held my breath and let it sit. Didn't flinch, I watched you lie. But quiet doesn't mean I didn't try. No tears, no mess, just one deep breath. Your name's on my knife, but never my chest. You cut like a joke, I cut like a thread. I don't come loud, but I don't miss. Your name's on my knife, and that's all it gets. You talk like love was never real, but I was the one who didn't kneel. You lost me soft, you lost me slow. Now you chase a girl you'll never know. No scene, no fight, just walked out right. Your name's on my knife, but not in my bed. You left for a thrill, I left with your edge. I don't write back, but I don't forget. Your name's on my knife, and that's all it gets. To leave and cut in time. Your name's on my knife, but not in my life. You gave it away, I made it precise. You lost the war before it was said. Your name's on my knife, and that's all it gets. You hold me like I'm porcelain, but your eyes are made of stone. You kiss me like it's punishment, and I still beg you to come home. I've been quiet, I've been patient, but I'm bleeding through the seams. I don't want a maybe love, I want the kind that makes me scream. Say it like you mean it, say it loud. Pull me in and tear me down. If you're gonna love me rough. Don't pretend that this is enough. Say it like you mean it. Say it like you mean it. You always say this isn't you, but baby, this is who I am. I'm not soft, I'm not forgiving. I'm a storm you couldn't plan. Don't need flowers, don't need silence. I need fire in your breath. Love me like it's war tonight, or leave me here for dead. Say it like you mean it, say it loud. Pull me in and tear me down. If you're gonna love me rough. Don't pretend that this is enough. Say it like you mean it. 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 Whisper it, scream it, I don't care, just don't love me. Halfway there, I'm not your maybe, I'm your sin. Say it like you'll never speak again. Say it like you mean it, say it now. Pull me in or cut me out. If you're gonna love me raw. I won't survive a half-closed door. Say it like you mean it. 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 Ashtray full of nothing new. Half a cigarette, still warm too soon. Your jacket's still on the back of the chair, but you haven't sat there in a week. I drink from your side of the cup, like I'm trying to thin you out. All the habits stay, but you figured yours out. Half a cigarette, like a breath you didn't finish. I don't smoke, but I haven't moved it. It burns without fire, it speaks without sound, and says more than you did when you were still around. shift when the heater kicks. Your ghost makes small domestic tricks. I find your lighter in my coat. Flick it once just to know I won't. The tea goes cold, the silence sits like something heavy that never ends. I light a candle, not for scent, but to see what stays when I forget. Half a cigarette, like a breath you didn't finish. I don't smoke, but I haven't moved it. It burns without fire, it speaks without sound, and says more than you did when you were still around. I count the days you haven't been, like cracks that spider through the sink, not deep enough to flood the floor, but always there and always more. Still there, still ash, still warm, still won't last. I don't light it, but I don't throw it out. It stays. That's the loudest sound.
The lights buzz low in your kitchen, one mug still warm, the other untouched. You leaned on the counter, hair down, like you stepped out just to wait for me. Your phone lit up once, you flipped it face down. We didn't say much, just stood there long enough for the heat to return. Your hand brushed mine like it wasn't on purpose, but neither of us moved away. What we did, still in the air, still on your skin, still in my stare. No one called, no one knew, but it's written all over the room. You said nothing, but leaned in slow, and I forgot how to let you go. The mirror was fogged in your hallway, shirt half buttoned, lights stayed dim. You smiled like someone you weren't tonight. I kissed you like I'd never left. The city was quiet, but inside we weren't. Some things you don't plan, you just follow the burn. Your voice low, like you weren't sure if this was goodbye or just again what we did. Still in the air, still on your skin, still in my stare. No one called, no one knew, but it's written all over the room. You said nothing, but leaned in slow, and I forgot how to let you go. If I call you next week, don't answer fast. Give it 10 rings, leave the light on, but don't say yes. We never really stop, we just pause long enough to pretend it's over.
The light hums low, the booth stands still. The night leans close, the air turns chill. The glasses scratch, the phone hangs tight. Still sways in faded light. Your voice stays quiet, the coins are few. The world feels far but still feels true. Payphone light in the dark, every glow leaves its mark. Even when the call won't stay, this old light won't fade away. The street is wide, the sound runs thick. The air feels cold, it pulls you in. The road moves on, the cars don't slow, but here the booth still softly glows. Payphone light in the dark, every glow leaves its mark. Even when the call won't stay, this old light won't fade away. If the night won't let us speak, we'll just let this silence keep. Payphone light in the dark, every glow leaves its mark. Even when the call won't stay, this old light won't fade away. The light hums low, the booth stands still. The night leans close, the air turns chill. typed it slow, then hit send fast. Just 4 words, take care anyway. You read it at 1:14. It's July now, that's still the last. No dot, 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 no green light glow. I keep the thread but don't reload. The line just sits like coiled wire, not tense, not cut, just tired. Left on red, not on hold, not ignored, just not told. A sentence pause, but never resume. Still breathing quiet in this digital room. I've called once, maybe twice. Let it ring, didn't think twice. Not to hear you, just to feel the sound of something once real. Dial tone flat, no voice return. No leave a message to be heard. Just silence shaped like a name, and numbers I still let remain. Left on red, no flame, no smoke, just a phrase that never broke. I didn't end it, but I didn't chase. We left each other without a race. I still check the app some nights, but not to talk. Just to remember the way we didn't stop. We just never started again. You walked away like it was routine, like I was one more undone scene. You said it's better this way, but you didn't dare to stay. You touched my shoulder on your way out, like I was some old shame to wipe down. You left the light on in the hole, as if that made it kind at all. And I sat still like stone. You never asked if I was home. You wanted clean, not truth, but I know exactly what you do. If you wanted to break me, you should've looked me in the eyes. Don't trust a knife in silence and call it being wise. If you needed to destroy me, you could've said it clear. Instead you left like thunder that was too afraid to hear. You said you're not the villain, just someone who outgrew the war. But you started it with softness and left your ruins at my door. You call it honest timing, I call it cowardice and gold. You handed me the silence like it was something I could hold. But you don't get the quiet now, not after what you've done. You took the best of me, then ran before the sun. whispered you're leaving, like you wanted me to doubt. If you wanted to break me, you should have made it loud. Don't walk out with mercy and leave me bleeding proud. If you needed to destroy me, say it like you meant to die. But you left me like a secret. You were too ashamed to try.
You want something easy, but easy never stays. You hold your love like coins and spend it in cheap ways. You want a girl who waits with hands behind her back. But I come with thunder, and you're not built for that. You call it too much, I call it mine. I don't do half love, I don't do time. You're not ready for the cost of wanting someone like me. You want the fire, but not the heat. You want the lips, but not the teeth. You're not ready for the cost, so don't say you are. You think silence makes you deeper, but you're just out of depth. You only feel alive when you starve out what's left. You wear control like cologne, but the scent fades fast. You're talking cold commands, but I don't break like glass. You call it chaos, I call it clear. I don't do hiding, I want you near. You're not ready for the cost of wanting someone like me. You want the fire, but not the heat. You want the lips, but not the teeth. You're not ready for the cost, so don't say you are. I won't dim to fit your light, I won't beg to feel like right. If you want me, bring your war, but don't knock unless you're sure. You're not ready for the cost of love that doesn't bend. I burn through comfort, I don't pretend. You want the spark, but not the flame. You want the kiss, but not the name. You're not ready for the cost, and now it's too late.
You were at the back, near the jukebox, same glass. You always like half. I pretended to check my phone, but we both saw it. Your eyes didn't ask, but they didn't let go. just the shift of your knee and the heat pulling me back to your chair. We don't talk here, we both know why I came. Your laugh was softer tonight, like someone else would borrow your mouth. You stirred the ice twice before drinking, a nervous tell you forgot, I know. You never say stay, but you always move just enough to make me stay. Smoke signals from your lips, I hit every drag like a dead. No words, just the shift of your knee and the heat pulling me back to your chair. We don't talk here, but we both know why I came. This place smells like our mistakes. So gin cold air, leather seats. You cross your legs and I forget why I left you. Light another, I stay until it dies. Smoke signals from your lips, read every drag like a dead. No words, just the shift of your knee and the heat pulling me back to your chair. We don't talk here, but we both know why